Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Rockaway25 coming at you with a really simplified way to play a really unbelievably great song. The song is called Landslide. It's by Fleetwood Mac. It's a favorite amongst guitarists, and I personally like playing the song because it's fun. The first thing you have to know is that you're going to need a capo for this. And the capo is going to go on the 3rd fret, so we're going to be playing this in 3rd position, and all the chords that I'm describing to you are going to be relative to the capo. So let's just dive right in. Let's go to the chords list real quick. We're going to need a C chord, right? So that's the C chord. All you basic or beginner guitarists should know what a C chord is. Alright? So the next chord we're going to use is something called G over B, which if you make your regular old G chord, right, you're going to take this finger off, the middle finger, I'm not flipping you off, I promise, and you're going to move that 3rd finger up from the 1st fret, from the 1st string, excuse me, on the 3rd fret, obviously relative to the capo, right up to the 2nd string on that fret, and that's called the G over B. It's a really nice sounding chord. And the 3rd chord we're going to use, and this is just for the verses now. I'll break down the solo in the second part. So the 3rd chord we're going to use is an A minor 7th, which if you take an A minor chord and just pull off that 3rd finger, that's going to be an A minor 7th, right? And then it goes back to the G over B, and that's it. Those are the only chords you need for the verses. The real tricky part of this song comes from the Travis picking, and Lindsay really does a lot of embellishing. Lindsay Buckingham, the lead guitar player for Fleetwood Mac. But I'm going to show you guys a real simple way to play it and to make it sound really, really good. I think almost as good as the recording, but not quite, obviously. So in a basic Travis pick, you're going to use usually these 3 fingers. Now, my fingers are so short and sausage-like, I really can't incorporate the 3rd finger, so I use 2 fingers. If your fingers are long enough to where you can use 3, then I suggest that you do. However, I'm going to show you the way I play it. So your basic Travis pick for this song is going to be real simple. So you're going to start out with your C chord, yeah? And the basic Travis pick is going to be 5, 3, 4, 2. 5, 3, 4, 2. 5th string, 3rd string, 4th string, 2nd string. And I'm using just my thumb and my forefinger for this. Obviously, if you feel more comfortable using 3 fingers, then that's more than okay. But and you just got to practice this. If you're no good with Travis picking, or you've never learned Travis picking before, just practice it. Just kind of pick a chord and just kind of roll through that picking pattern until you get good enough to where you can literally now the thumb I use for both the bass notes, so it's going to be, and the 1 or 2 fingers at the bottom are being used for these, right? So slowly, I'm not in time with the song, I know that. I'm just trying to give you guys a good representation of the way a simple Travis pick can make this song sound great. So it rolls through that picking pattern. The picking pattern does not change. It's C, and all you're doing is to your G over B, right? To the A minor 7, and then back to the G over B, right? Now, if we were going to play this in time, it would sound something like this. And again, you know, Lindsay does a lot of good little embellishments there. You know, I'm not going to get into all of them. Like I said, this is a pretty basic lesson. But the chorus is a little different, but not bad. But like I said, again, if you're not used to the whole Travis picking method, just kind of pick a chord, like I'm using the C chord, which is, you know, optimal because it's the first chord of the song, and just really just get used to it. 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, right? Until you can literally just do it with your eyes closed, front and back. And that's a really basic Travis picking. There's a lot of more complex Travis picking throughout the song that Lindsay does incorporate. However, I find that, you know, for people who are just learning, who want to learn this song, I find that this simple method works really well. The chorus, let me just dive into the chorus real quick. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, stuff like that, or you need to know more specific details about how to play this, please comment, message, you know, down there. And I would be more than happy to get back to you. Again, this is just a quick, basic lesson. So let's jump into the chorus real quick. So the chorus, it kind of ends, the end of that verse. And then it kind of goes, it kind of does one of these. It's like, so you're just kind of plucking first fret, obviously relative to the capo, right? Second string, and you're just plucking this string, the second string, and you're pulling off at the same time. But I'm also plucking the fifth string, the bass note. And then you jump back up into your G over B. So it's, right? A lot of people play it like that. A lot of people play. I usually use the D, just because it sounds better. But with the D chord, you'd have to put the bass note on the sixth string. So you'd use your thumb for that, which I think sounds better. It sounds more fuller. Then you just kind of pull up. So let's go back again. So it's going to be, again, second string, first fret, relative to the capo. Right? So that's how the end of that verse ends. And then you're going to take your G over B shape, right? And you're going to move this first finger right here. You're going to move it up to the bass note. Sixth string, second fret, and you're just going to continue that basic Travis pick. So it's going to be, right? And then you're just going to take this finger off and move your middle finger right to here. So you're going from second to third. Right? Okay? Got that? Then it goes to an E minor. And then it goes back to what you were doing in the verse. C, G over B, A minor 7, G over B, and then once more with the bass note on the G over B position. So it's going to do it again. That's it for the chorus. I believe there's two choruses in the song, so you know, I mean that's something to practice. So one more time. Starts out, right, and then for the chorus it's going to be, well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder, children get older. The song's a little high for me to sing, but I'm getting older too. Right? And that's basically it. That's the whole song, with the exception of the little solo that Lindsay does in the middle. I will get to that in another video, because that in itself is a complex thing to break down, and you know, it's you know, it's not something that I feel comfortable throwing at you all at once right now with the you know, the basic lesson here. So again, real simple, real quick. If you have any specific questions, if you want to know anything about what I'm doing, please feel free to message me, comment, and you know, like the video. Okay guys? Thanks a lot. I hope this helped.